Yeah, I think Ash is here.
I'm always ready. How are you?
Welcome, welcome, Ash.
I'm fine, Ash.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Welcome, sir.
Fan-
Welcome,
Welcome.
sir.
Welcome,
You
sir.
are
Welcome,
welcome.
Ed, sir.
Fantastic. Thank you so
Welcome, sir.
much.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I don't want to take much of your time because we have many honorable speakers, and I want to respect their time and what they plan to do. I'm not sure what the topic is. I know YouTubers, but not sure which area you're targeting. Perhaps it's a vast, wide topic. I can add a couple of words on that, but I want to take advantage for the presence and the appearance and attendance of our founders here and share a couple of important things are happening in the land of ONPASSIVE, if you don't mind.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Anyone heard the saying, one picture is worth 1,000 words? How about a video?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So videos are an incredible tool to transfer knowledge and exchange knowledge and data and information. I think it's a very effective one. One of the newest commodities in this age. I think on the average in the United States of America, we consume on the average, okay, 23 minutes of video every day. Now, it can go up that some people are not watching or a few minutes here and there or not every day. So if you're just keeping it at about half an hour a day, this is 3-4 hours a week that people are spending on YouTube or on videos, consuming videos in a way. They're just watching videos. If I calculate the actual time, if you go full time to 100% full time to any school or university, the actual teaching time probably is within that range. So it's an academy, it's a university, but it's very, very dangerous if you don't follow the proper sources of those. It's all about the content. There's a lot of nuts and bolts here and there. We don't want to get into that. I'm not the expert on the topic, but I just want to testify that YouTube is the new search engine. I have been YouTubing things, okay, not Googling things. So it's a very, very powerful search engine because you get the visual, the audio, not only the reading factor. But I trust to pick my source. An incredible way of describing this. This is an elective, okay, by choice source of media. If you go to TV, whatever they display, you're just gonna have to put up with it. You don't know what it is. Now, if you're talking about YouTube, everybody has their input, or at least able to do so. Meanwhile, you can choose your sources, and you can be particular about who you choose to follow and to listen to. Because nothing more dangerous than giving your time to the wrong source and feed your brain with the wrong information or negative information. That is a very dangerous thing. That's just like the regular internet 2.0 has two sides, you know, the negative one and is how you use it. So not only the video makers are responsible for ethical, good content that is valuable because of the time they're gonna take from their following, but also the followers, the watchers, the viewers' responsibility, the subscribers. They really have to make sure that this is your time on Earth. Where do you want to spend it? So take a look at what you're watching, and I think we can have a good idea how you're thinking and what you could be doing in your life. So be very careful of what you watch and you follow. You have to follow a credible source, a good expert on the topic. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. But speaking of YouTube, okay, I think it's a tremendous value. Okay, there it will be there. There, I am an advocate. I will use it for a variety of things. Now, how do you apply this to ONPASSIVE? We're different. It's not the same approach. Now we're going to talk about the leverage and monetization side of it. YouTube is good, but the key to get good profit and good earning and revenue from YouTube, got to continue pumping new content that is desirable, and it's up to your conscience how good is that and how ethical and good, how transparent is that content. So you choose the character. Nobody can, you know, screen that. Perhaps you're going to have to comply by the regulations and the algorithm of YouTube and the competition. So you can earn revenue from YouTube, but you have to continue doing the work. Unlike ONPASSIVE, is do the work once and leverage that long term. The powerful thing about ONPASSIVE, not only the potential revenue from the video itself, your followers are likely your network, which is equal your net worth. And now you have not one thing to sell them, you have dozens, endless numbers of values and other things to sell and leverage. We're going to take it to multiple tiers. Okay, remember, we have a massive disclaimer on every website we have. We are not a get rich, you know, type of business. It's not about money making. It's not a money game. It's none of that. Okay, so be careful and be mindful that it is a real business, and you can see that things are heating up. I hope you are seeing that. So we're doing it very professionally. We're a serious business, okay, with a massive value, and we cannot tolerate any misrepresentation to what we do. It's very critical to us to be transparent and not mislead the public. Got to be very honest, okay? Doing otherwise, it has consequences. Now, the fact that you can leverage from other products, that's one thing, but also from your team, your followers also have that equal opportunity to leverage. So your followers on YouTube, you have to look at it on both sides. You have a chance to leverage if you continue pumping new content and publishing new content. Okay, that is desirable, that is wanted with high demand. Okay, so you have to continue doing that. The minute you stop, it dries out. Okay, there's no income. It's like a job. Exchange your time and effort for money. but there's no legacy in it. And then with ONPASSIVE, they have the opportunity also to profit equally from your own effort. If you are a superstar, let's say somebody with a following of 100,000 followers or 10,000 or any, it might not be any significant income on YouTube. Remember, I started praising YouTube. It's a powerful tool. So all the respect. But I'm just talking about we're different and where you want to look at it, okay? So even if you're not a content publisher, you still have a good chance to also leverage from following somebody who is doing a good content. So somebody is a superstar with 10 million followers on YouTube. I follow them. I'm just giving them my time. It's a one-way street. They make the money. I watch. All right. With ONPASSIVE, if I'm in their network and they're following, I have the other products of ONPASSIVE that I can resell. From that scope and overflow of my publisher or influencer, I can also benefit. So you want to look at it that way. You want to look at it, you can monetize from following somebody through ONPASSIVE, whether ONET or any of our medias, OConnect, Academy, any influencer, any speaker, author, you can follow them there. The powerful thing also, everybody can win. The follower, the following, and the followed. Okay, that's one thing. The potential of multiple products and the continuity aspect of it. Those three major things. And you want to look at it also. It's a one-stop shop. So for the tools, for those who are doing the videos, they also have the editing, the hosting, all of that without being, I would say, aggravated by all the complication. It's a vast environment, and there's so much competition on the YouTube open public. So it's a very different approach. Okay, so we're going to respect what they're doing. I do recommend if somebody want to do something, do it, respectfully, and do it ethically, and be just honest and be accurate with the information, because at the end of the day, it's the legacy that you're going to leave. So this is what you want to leave behind you: something misleading, something negative. You're making a living out of something dirty. So that is something you have to be careful of. So you have to look at the source that you're following and make sure that you engage with them and borrow that authority. So if somebody like Mike Ellis is doing a good video, okay, Zafar, for example, Sumlata, they're great video makers. So if I look at their video, I'm not a video maker, example, but me engaging on the comment section, subscribing to them, that is also giving me, the platform is giving me the opportunity to be known. So this is how you start. You become an advocate, you follow somebody, see what they're doing and all that, become comfortable, do it. One day appear with them, one day, so start with a comment, okay? You have to start baby steps, right? You don't have to do it all at once and make, that drastic jump, okay? Many of us get nervous on the video and, you don't have that. But I have to tell you something, everybody has something to say and share. If you're 5 years, 5 years or older on planet Earth, you are an expert in something. No joke, okay? You know something that most people don't know. I don't know. Everybody has something. So it doesn't have to be on the business area. One more thing, I have to say, remember all those benefits I mentioned on passive? Please recap them and you know, the continuity aspect. Your followers also get a chance to leverage the aspect of benefiting and earning from other products. The tools included to make it a one-stop shop. The ability to encounter your video. So for example, if it's on YouTube, you know, it's last year, it's either you kill it, or with ONPASSIVE, you'll be able to update that so it can be always evergreen, and you know, publish that on different mediums. Let's say if you put it on Academy, that is obviously another source of leverage. But you know, there's more into it. The fact that everybody has that opportunity is great, and you can, you know, win from those different sources. So it is powerful. All right. One more thing to mention, you know, the challenge on YouTube and all those, well, it's the king, YouTube. Okay, so I don't know if you go to Bing and watch videos, or Yahoo. Okay, I don't. So it is YouTube, and or Vimeo or Vimo, whatever it is. Perhaps to continue attracting followers and not to turn them off and unsubscribe, you have to continue working on providing content. Your followers, if you are the publisher, if you are the content provider, also have the opportunity to borrow your authority. I can go and share, okay, in Onet Gersminder's video, saying my words on it. So I don't necessarily to be the main character of the video. I can perhaps circulate that if it's on a different business, a different, you know, topic. But very important to know, okay, that with ONPASSIVE it's much easier. It's not a nightmare, because one video can really make you a permanent start. That's one thing on different applications of ONPASSIVE. But you really have the content with an ONPASSIVE. All you have to do is personalize it. So grab a video from OBless, grab a video from whichever topic, or a page. It is there, okay? And there's so much to talk. So you don't have to research. You don't have to make a good offer or a viable pitch to your followers. It's already there. There's plenty of content, okay? And together as a community with all those incredible heroes and qualified professionals within the ONPASSIVE community, we are in good hands. I can talk, you know, more in depth about that, but just understand, if negative people are following you, you are someone, and it's a blessing. And if nobody is complaining about you, you're not pissing off anybody. Gotta try to provide more value and be noticeable in a good way, okay? It is a good thing. That means you're better than them. They try to kind of piggyback on your success and popularity, whether you're ONPASSIVE, whether you are you know, Mike Ellis or Red or Mari DeGarmo or Chris, or you know, all the Indian and Bangladeshi founders that are, you know, really committed. They're consistent, and that's a big factor. You have to do that on YouTube to be able to sustain. So if you have people are coming to you negatively, don't be offended by that. It's a sign that you are ascending. And don't hate them. If they hate you, don't let what they think of you determine what they don't even know you. They don't care. They're not looking for facts. Okay. They just want that. Okay, it's a good crowd. I go there and I try to harass people. Maybe I'll walk away with something. That's not a good way to make a living. But they don't know better. If all they have in their life to go and invade and peek and stalk us, okay, on different platforms, whether it's a Zoom, whether it's a YouTube, whether it's a Google or a blog or something, if that's all they have to do, their scope of life. And if you're good at it, pray for them that they don't die on that ugly act in their life. Not sure if I could be more useful on the topic of on the videos, but I want to emphasize something. Okay, I want to take advantage of the crowd here and say a couple of things. Number one, I want to thank you for inviting me, and I appreciate the collaboration, the unity that we are displaying now. It's refreshing to see how we come together from all angles of the globe. That's an unbelievable thing in ONPASSIVE. We're solid, we're made of gold, and we will win. It's not possible to bring us down. Okay, yeah, we can have challenges and all of that. Listen, I work on problems every day, and you don't want to be in my position. Okay, because nothing nice come to my way. If it's nice, somebody else is hired to do it. Okay, it's easy. That's what they do. Things that cannot be solved, they come to me. So all I deal with is challenges, problems, all of that, and that's why it's not easy. Okay, so I'm not saying it's a picnic, it's a honeymoon. No, it's tough. Okay, but you have to look at the higher goal. Okay, you are really changing humanity, and in a very positive way. You are making a severe positive impact on so many lives. Okay, so it's not easy, but it's a decision. I feel obligated to deliver the best value to mankind, and for that we have to be very sharp and polish our brains constantly to understand we are being a target because we have value. Okay, so if you have nothing to lose, or you literally like those mooch people that they go and try to slander or whatever, okay, they have no value. So they're literally just trying to rob and get into somebody's home. If you have a good value, you have assets, whether it's knowledge, whether it's business or revenue or all of that, that's going to attract a bigger circle. So understand, it is not the end of it. It's just the start. But we are equipped now in such a way that this will be dealt with. Believe it or not, how big is Tesla? You cannot even count how many cases they have. GM, but it's going to take age, like year, to get stabilized, that it become like a waste of time to criticize something like ONPASSIVE. We are a startup company, so don't get bugged by those naysayers. Okay. So I think important to know that we have a new, I would say, expanded our legal teams and advocates globally, and we're taking the protection of our company very seriously, very seriously. And the challenges, you know, if they find a way, if it's possible, yeah, they wouldn't have a mercy on you. Okay. So we want to protect our founders, our business, our customers, our products, all of that. So one of the responsibilities is to put down those negative tubers, okay? And we will, make no mistake. We are on it, and they are not gonna escape it. They're gonna have it, all right? Believe me. Not only the last video or anything that is negative about ONPASSIVE will be put down. Take my word on that. It will be taken down, whether in a day or a month or a year. Okay, it will not be there. Okay, we already have a. I'm not gonna say the strategy that we have, but it's gonna bite them very badly. Okay, so rest assured that we are a real company, and not only those enemies or haters will be followed, but also a founder or a leader that can mislead the public or misrepresent ONPASSIVE. We don't want to do that. If you feel you've been cheated or somebody told you wrong facts, please go to or email legal@onpassive.com. It has a very large team now that they will look into it. Now, if you say hello, or if you're like just gonna run, you know, I'm telling you, save your time. It's gonna be dismissed, okay? But if you have a case that need to be taken care of, please approach our legal department, okay? In any country, all right? legal@onpassive.com. If you have a case where somebody charged you more than what it is, if somebody promised you an income level by joining them, if somebody told you to purchase or obligated you or pushed you, we don't want to do that, okay? I'm happy to refund any person who's not comfortable if this is not what they thought, even after no matter how long they've been with us, okay? And this is a rare offer, okay? Most companies wouldn't keep it an open thing. We do have a policy of 30 days refund, but we have not followed that. We do, as up until now, March 2022, we have not looked at the date. It's just on the NDA for legal reasons, okay? But at some point, obviously, that will be changed depending on the package or what we are selling and providing. But until now, because if you didn't hear the message from ONPASSIVE or those who are, you know, on the face of ONPASSIVE that we admire and appreciate, okay? If somebody really gave you the wrong information, speak up and tell us so we can take care of that, okay? We will not allow any inaccuracy. Got to be accurate, got to be ethical. It's a big responsibility. It's a very big business. It's a very big business. We cannot give the wrong information about it, okay? Now, many things are not even defined, okay? Many undefined variables of ONPASSIVE. What is the pay structure of ONPASSIVE? Undefined, okay? How much does it cost? Undefined. How much can I make? Undefined. Are you going to make money? No, no guaranteed, okay? Possible? Yes, potentially. How? If you resell our products and services or use them, depending on your, you know, skill level or ability and engagement and all of that, that has to do with it. So it's not just a matter, it's not a get rich quick. It's not come in and you are a super wealthy person the next month. Now, on the other side, ONPASSIVE is pledging to give the most generous pay structure ever created in any business, okay? In any way. And we have an evidence already because we do that with our staff. We are above average, above, the market average payroll, okay? The benefits, all of that, the way we treat our human resources. So all in all, we are already showing the proof that we are generous, unquestionable, okay? Now, I just mentioned one avenue of ONPASSIVE. How can you can monetize that? It doesn't exist, okay? The possibility of monetizing the ONPASSIVE values, it doesn't exist. So that's one way. So how much is so-and-so going to make versus the other person? It's how you use it. That is a big factor, is how are you using the pre-launch period? Okay, so there's no definitive guaranteed of income. It is not rational for us to tell you, you're gonna make this and that. So no display of income projection whatsoever on the videos. Matrix is not a part of ONPASSIVE. That was probably more than 2 years ago. It's gone, okay? That is not how we are doing it. The price point is different. The products have increased, okay? So there's so many things that have gotten better, okay? So we said we're gonna build you a digital marketing. We kind of rebuilt the whole digital planet for you. So you got more for the same old $97. We're still spending that, okay? So understand you got way bigger than what initially we proposed, all right? So make sure the $97 is not a guaranteed of any income. It gets you a priority to have a first look at ONPASSIVE products, right on the journey with us, okay? Give us some input, feedback, which has been very helpful. Test the products and perfect them and fine tune them and polish them before we roll out to the public. It is a must. For the magnitude of our products, we cannot just open door and start fixing things and get embarrassed with the public. That is gonna happen, okay? Cars and things that entail safety, they get taken back from the market after being sold or something. So thankfully, we're not to that extreme, okay? We're a digital product. There's no safety. There's no harm. Perhaps you are going to be assured, like you're going to see failure is not an option. We're going to have a perfect product to go to the market that is going to be a no-brainer decision for anybody to make a transition to our products, and the scope of it and the many benefits of that. So I just want to more emphasize than the mechanics and the popularity of YouTube and the videos, more on the transparency and honesty and ethical content. Make sure you follow the company's thing. Do not watch something 2018 and come and repeat it today, or that has been updated with the with the officials, okay, with the departments. We have revamped our business model to the better. Of course, we were just, I would say, a potentially dominant digital marketing ethical company, all inclusive, done for you, automated. We transitioned into the whole eco system, along with AI and our data center and our unlimited factors, and everything is organic, made in-house from scratch, from the ground up. That's not the same game anymore. All right, and I wish I can tell you what's coming, but it looks like Monday the 21st, okay? I'm gonna have an update, a serious update from that day and on that I need your attention on it, okay? Based on what's happening this week, I'm gonna have an exclusive webinar with the founders. And of course, we will be more accurate with the details. So I think you don't want to miss that. Tomorrow, I will try to be on Lynn and Ron's gathering, Friday night show. We probably get a chance to also cover up some of those updates. We had an incredible Women's Day 2 days ago in Hyderabad. We have given every female staff member cash voucher, every one of them. We have given 3 of the females based on their productivity an iPhone. 3 iPhones were given away. We have given them roses. We have given them chocolate. We have provided food to every staff member and all of that. So it was a beautiful day, good moment, a lot of fashion and all of that. It's going to be hard to keep up with the content of ONPASSIVE because there's something going on at any given minute of the day. So that's a big, value that you don't have to worry about the content. It's already there. You can get some of the pictures, some of the videos here and there. Which topic you're passionate about? You want to talk about Academy, if this is your thing. If you want to talk about Connect, you're going to talk about IT. You want to talk about physical product. So you can borrow authority. When you borrow authority, okay, what does it mean? It's an instant influence. So let's say Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone or whatever, muscular, big guy, okay? If I take a picture next to them, they have the muscles or the big body or all of that. Somehow it's going to influence you if you're looking at the picture, right? That I'm related to a muscular man. It's instant. Okay? Psychology. If I'm with a politician or a big figure, somebody, whoever inspires you. So if I'm sitting next to them or taking a picture with them, all right, that photo is an instant authority. Wow, I'm with so-and-so. You follow me? All right. So when you have a very powerful company like ONPASSIVE with the so many values we have, you're not only taking a picture, you're taking many pictures, videos, products, pages, sales, all of that, the whole content. So it's you're commanding authority instantly. Makes your life much easier. So there's no shortage of what to say or what to talk about on ONPASSIVE. If you're just going to follow the media or what they're talking about. So you just today, like, I don't know, 7, 8 different publications in India just talking about that event and photos and all of that. I'll be happy to share that. It's like, what can I share with you? So many things going on. So I apologize. I didn't plan to take much of your time like this, though there's so many things I want to cover, but I have a huge week here coming up. And based on that, we'll have a good gathering post the 21st. That will definitely reveal some major steps ahead. Oh yeah, so for the founders, I think you are noticing it is not necessary for you to get founders, okay? Just for the number, just see what we're doing. We're actually interested to do some, I don't want to say cleansing because we're talking about human beings, but I'm happy to sort out the value and make sure that we have the best quality of the founders that really can make a fit, not just because they afford it or somebody paid the $97. That is not a qualifying point. Okay, speaking of qualifications with YouTube, okay, your followers are not buyers. I'm just saying, okay, and they're not qualified, meaning we don't know. I mean, anybody can open a Gmail account and you know, subscribe or whatever and watch you. It's open. We don't know if they're real people or a cat or a dog or a dead person or a person with so many, you know, fake emails. We don't know. But with ONPASSIVE, those are verified, qualified buyers / followers. Huge. Okay. I thank you for listening to me. I'm gonna just sit back and listen to the rest of the speakers. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Ash. Gusminder, you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you, Ash, for coming and just listening to you is a much uh, so much of value, you know, and talking of today social media or YouTube. Yes, really, it's a huge platform, and if you can I was having a question like with going with our ONET, and so what can we expect from a difference in ONET and the other social media? So I just wanted to know that from you, sir.
I apologize. I didn't expect we're gonna go over questions, but we will honor this. And so whatever we do, it is not a copycat of what's available, and it's not reinventing the wheels. Okay, there's no use of that. So anything we do, it has a purpose, it has a reason that is missing. Okay, whether you know the ethical practices or lack of it. Okay, or the integrity of you know the all of those reasons, you know, and some technical purposes, the limitations, the restrictions, the bias, you know, all of those variables. So there is more of a humanized element of our approach in every product we do. We work with heart, we work with conscience, we work with you know with that human parameter and human I would say accountability on every step we do. Okay, we don't just want to do it for profitability or popularity. That's not our purpose. It's quite the opposite. I do want to mention there are a few products I can reveal to you today that maybe I can list them if you don't, because ONET is one of them. So I'm going to name a few products, okay? And those products will be revealed, released within, I mean, some of them are days, but I are ready just about the release, but I'm just saying without any surprises, within the next 60 days, the following will happen, okay? You already know about O-Tracker, okay, that's already done, okay? But we will have a O-Founders, multi-regions, and the new database structure just about any day to go live, okay? They're We've been doing testing for the last couple of weeks. You probably think that's all we have with O-Founders. So that will, just about any day, we're going to take that extra boost, and you're going to see the difference. Okay, so this will be the time when I say, okay, we nailed it. O-Founders is stable and permanent, and that includes the O network side and the updates and O-Founders and all those parts will be all clarified. So O-Founders, obviously within the next 60 days will be where we will announce it's permanent, it's done, all of that set in stone and going to be a part of ONPASSIVE moving forward, not accepting new founders, but obviously it's just a VIP club, if you wish, within the ONPASSIVE massive platform. O-Connect, all right, it's already in testing, testing in progress. It has to do something with the database as well. So we are also going over so many major steps in our journey. Academy, O-Peer, O-Bless, and O-Net. So it is one of them, and O-Desk. All right, so that is going to be a chat application for customer success team. All right, so we're gonna have it where you can chat directly. So O-Chat, O-Desk, so that it's going to go live technically. Speaking of that, very soon we're gonna have a landline where you can call almost around the clock. Okay, for our support reasons. Okay, we call it customer success now. So if you also have any suspicious activities you want to report to our legal department, or speak with us and clarify if you feel you were misled, you can speak with somebody and provide the information so we can take immediate action to protect you. So the AI ML part of what we have in O-Net, I think it will be more relevant. The scope of other values that you have, the content, and you have many things to sell, and plus you think, so it is more meaningful to me than just a chit chat, I would say gossipal, not from a religious perspective. I'm just saying just a chatter, nonsense. No, it's not, none of that, not envy, not, jealousy, none of that, showing foods and what are you wearing and all, none of that, nonsense. So it is a professional approach. And it's not I don't know if we're going to call it social media. I don't know if it goes in that line. It's more of a net. Okay, so it's more of a network with professionals. I don't prefer to say like LinkedIn, because it's more hiring, recruiting, and resumes and CVs or whatever on LinkedIn. So it's different. Okay, but I would say that would be closer in terms of value, more relevant than if you say Facebook or Instagram, or and it's all of them. So you want to publish a video, it is there. Okay, so that part is, I think it's YouTube. Okay, it is audio, which is rare. I mean, we don't see that much. Okay, photos, images. Okay, Instagram or the other. So it's really a more complete, professional, meaningful set of features driven by speaking of AI ML, we we are at a point that we can say we have data science department. Okay, so we used to have you know, a couple you know, of those rare skills that you find, and you know, have them work on so many things. But now we're shaping up where we have real experts, okay, real experts, like people from the very beginning of this trend. And I think, you know, it's fair to say we have a complete department just for AI, data science, and ML, machine learning. So it's different, okay? And the monetization aspect of ONET, I mean, what do you do on Facebook? And again, you could be a fan, you can do it. I understand this is what's available, but I choose not to waste my time on anything. And you probably could tell, okay? Why am I going to go there? Okay, so I choose to make my time more purposeful, more meaningful, you know, on a strategy, on point, have an agenda. I select and choose what I want to fuel my brain and spirit and all of that. I'm going to go and just watch what people doing, and I don't care about what I do. I mean, in terms of the hygiene stuff or whatever, and fooding and all of that. So this is irrelevant. Yeah, it's a side chat, you know, one-on-one. That's like a topic, but you don't take a million followers' time to post what smoothie you're drinking. Or showing off a new gadget or outfit that you just bought. Come on, it's an insult for our intelligence. So, I really want to refuse to be labeled as Facebook or a replacement to that. It is different. If you believe in those, I'm not telling you leave them, okay? I used to say ditch it, okay? But it's up to you. If you want to waste your time, waste your time. And I don't mean it, okay? But it's your decision. I choose not to. And we are more, I would say, value driven. So the other way, you know, the traditional social media, you are the product. You are the user, you are the victim, you are the manipulated, okay? You are the product. And without you, they don't make money. And who's making money? Them only. All right, whether the owner or the company itself, all right? Very different here, okay? You are a part of the business. You are not the product. The confidentiality, the privacy aspect, everything is encrypted. Everything is encrypted, okay? 100%. What encrypted is your data is anonymous to us. We don't store it. We don't. It's. I mean, it's codes. Okay, we cannot read it. Okay, it is. It is computer structure. It is, you know, machines language that we don't know. We cannot decode it. It's up to you what you want to display, but I cannot see what Eugenie is talking to Mike Ellis. I can't. If I wanted to, if they're talking privately. Very different. I don't want to have that model. Okay, I don't want to have that liability. So what is the difference between traditional social media and ONET? There's nothing in common, to be honest with you. So it is much easier to say it is not like traditional social media, and probably it wouldn't fall under the social media aspect. All right. And we are completely subjective and unbiased, and we don't get involved. It's not my business to know or to control what Charles is talking to Jeffrey or Julie talking to Neeraj or Susie. That's not my, right to know. Therefore, resell it Okay, a couple of women, you know, they're shopping for their, can I say, underwears? Okay, and why does Facebook has to know about that? And then the next time you go, you're just seeing, you know, all those lingeries and bras and, you know, and then your kids or whatever come and see that, like, so with models or some revealing stuff. I'm just saying, it is not my right to know what goes between two other people if they don't choose to put that publicly. So privacy and respect to others, you know, confidentiality, that's a big deal for us. And I have to tell you something. People are kind of like, okay, at a point, they're tired of Facebook. You probably could be one of them. It's like, okay, got it, was nice, but it's time to kiss goodbye, you know, adios, because it was a trend. Okay, I get it. I can chat. I can talk to somebody, post my Photoshop, you know, or Photoshopped images, right, to look better. It's really misleading. It's like giving an image that we're not it. You don't see the ugly of the side. Like people are, if you see a couple are hugging and you know, cuddling and showing my hubby or my wifey or all of that, I'm sure you see all of those every day, right? I don't know, but I just have a good feeling that they are having some issues. Okay, I wouldn't do it if everything is fine. Why are you trying to tell the world, okay, what's going on with you and that you just got her a bunch of parsley, I mean a rose? Why? You see? So, and I think we got the numbed, okay, rush of that social media 10 years ago, but it's over. People like a sugar rush. Okay, we got it now. Hey, we're aware. Like time to look up for ourselves and make sense of our life. Okay, so I think it's not on the way up. If I wish to tell you my projection, okay. Of course, if they can change their dynamics, yeah, of course, you know, it can be valuable. I'm not judging, okay. I'm not in any way undermining their success, their popularity, but I don't really think it's the cleanest business model that I want to do, okay, because it's based on manipulating others' data and privacy and consuming the time, which is the biggest asset we have in our life. You know, taking time from you every day. It's more than money, okay? And the money they make off you is just staggering. So all in all, I'm really shocked that we are tolerant to such a model, okay? But it definitely is on the way out, okay? It is on the way out. There are more rational things that creates a vacuum for logical, realistic, respectful solutions like ONPASSIVE. You follow me?
Yes.
Okay. So again, I'm not opposing that. It is what it is. It's your choice to be sold and manipulated if you wish. But when you have the ONPASSIVE solution or solutions, it becomes your responsibility to make a, you know, logical, rational move and solution. Yeah, so I just never got it, to be honest with you. Not that I didn't want to or just like was blocked. I'm open-minded. Yeah, I want to be cool and have swag, but you cannot fool me. It's really nonsense. If I wanted to share something with my family, I share it with my family, right? Like a picture of a photo. Okay, why? You just go straight to your family, like whether the extended family or yeah, you just do it internally. You don't have to put it under the sun. That's one thing. If I need to publish a content or I want to build a business, I don't go to Facebook. I create my own website, my own content, my own pages that they don't control anything, and it's relevant and no misleading, no chewing time of people's life. For God's sake, the time they take is the biggest robbery ever existed in history. Okay, if you think about it, like calculate the time people spend on Facebook or those nonsense, platforms. If you calculate the time they sucked out of our life as humanity or humans, and how do you assess that in money or billions? Oh yeah, how is Facebook making all those billions? By using you, billions by, and what impact are they making other than jealousy, envy, exploiting, damage? You think more people got married or divorced because of Facebook? I wonder. So I think it's a fun topic. We don't want to take your time here on that. So please don't ask me more questions, Gurspender, okay?
Thank you, Ash. Thank you so much. You really spoke with such a different angle, and yeah, it's always we have time with all this nonsense going on
It
social media.
bothers me when somebody says, like what? I'm unlike anything. If I'm like, I'll be an idiot if I'm just revamping things or, refurbishing, okay? We're a new creature. We're a different animal. So it does bother me to reference ONPASSIVE to anything else. It's just hard. And that's why we get beaten up every day, because people don't get it. I'm not like Facebook. I'm not like Zoom. I'm not. So what are you like? I'm ONPASSIVE. This is my identity. Okay. Hasn't been done before, never been done before. So you just have to open your eyes and pay attention, and then you will see it. Okay. Or you should be seeing it by now. But it's a massive statue, and we're just revealing those parts now. But once we, oh my God, this is not what I thought. Okay, you're having a projection or perception. What is this? And because you have those outdated thoughts. Okay, so net, yeah, social media. No, it's not. Okay, why would I want to get into that? Okay. Previous former president created a social media alternative. Took a year to create a platform. I think $1 billion budget, and still not going anywhere. So it's not going to replicate. I mean, Facebook is going to be Facebook. It's an era. Twitter is going to be Twitter. Instagram is going to be everything. I'm not. It's a part of the evolution of this digital, planet that we have, but I wouldn't try to replicate something I believe it's already broken, needless, or the other way around. Like, why would I want to replicate the ugly? Like you have an ugly child and you wish they were a twin. Or if you had a few children and they were all ugly, let's say you got 5, dumb, ugly, okay, and you're still trying to make more babies, that's it. You get the memo. They're ugly. You're making ugly babies, so just let it go. Okay, that's not your thing. So unless you have a chance to make a new beautiful baby, and I'm sorry, that's not, it's not in any offensive way. It's just humorous. If you don't get it, you know, go take a pill. Okay. So just understand, I am not here to remanufacture what I believe is already broken. Okay. I am making something more handsome. Look at me. Do I make anything handsome? No.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, you are handsome. We are handsome. ONPASSIVE is handsome. Every founder is a handsome.
Oh
Thank
no,
you. Thank
now
you.
you are in trouble. Okay. You're okay. Are you a sexist? Okay, so on passive, is it a he or a she? No answer. Don't answer. All right, take it away, please. We're taking you know, the time of other speakers. I did not want to take this much time. Okay, so YouTube is a great tool. Just be mindful of you know, taking people time. You know, do something ethical, clean. Don't just, you know, do it to make a quick, dirty buck here and there. Do it for the right reasons. Okay. Do not follow, nobody's going to be you, and you're not going to be anyone else. Just be yourself. Okay. You do have a value to share. You know, our approach in OnPassive is more purposeful in any product that we have. It is more meaningful. It is more it has more leverage. It is more expanded and broader in many ways. It's limitless. So there's no contrast. It doesn't make sense. It's unfair to reference OnPassive to anything else. So that's important. Okay. If you are not the video, the content maker, no problem. OnPassive is doing the work. You know, we're providing the content, all of that on your behalf. So you're fine. You're not left behind just because you're not good at YouTube or making videos. The other element of, you know, the legality and all of that, like I said previously, but it's already happening. Okay, we are taking our protection, the protection of our customers, founders, our products, our, you know, existence, all of that. We take it dead seriously. Okay, if somebody's messing up with us, I'm just, you know, pray for them. All right. So we have spent enormous amount of millions. Okay, and non-stop around the clock. I cannot calculate the man hour we put into this, the challenges, the sacrifices, the blood and tear, and still going on. Okay, the investments, the properties, all of what we do, the inventions, the intellectual property that we possess, thankfully, as a collection, it's limitless, and we cannot tolerate somebody to come and rob us or undermine the value and the purity of this business. We cannot allow it. And I think you mostly know that I'm a forgiving person, I'm easy and all that, but unfortunately, it gets to a point where you have to prioritize the values. Okay, so my reputation is more valuable than any potential revenue. Understand that. So if somebody gonna slander that, I'm not gonna tolerate it. That applies on every good leader, founder that we have. Okay, the hard work that we want to provide and give to humanity as a legacy, I cannot allow somebody to manipulate it or abuse it. The fact I'm creating platform solutions to conquer issues in the world, okay? And we will, make no mistake, OnPassive will eradicate many things, okay? 780 million people have no access to clean water. Today, 2022, we do have enough water on the planet, but they are dying out of that, and illness, and so many ugly stuff. Okay. I think you will witness ONPASSIVE in your life doing something about that, if not completely eradicating that. Okay. Just add another 100, 200 million, 8 to 900 million people go to bed hungry every day. I do have a genuine, serious solution intent to solve that, and somebody getting in the way, okay, to educate the children, or those who are in persuasion for the for education or a higher purpose in life, okay, somebody to come and cut that, to cut the many hundreds of employees we have, to cut their throat, and the source of income they have for their family. They're comfortable with it. They made a move from state to another, to all of that, to adjust with their new life in ONPASSIVE. And somebody just, you're not real. Come on. Okay, you think we're gonna babysit that? No. So understand the priority is massive between what we used to be 3 years ago and where we are today. We cannot allow anybody to spoil this massive value that will return to us. I have to say something. Maybe I should say it tomorrow on Ron's and Len's meeting, because I want to make sure I check if I can share with you. Okay. Yeah. But the scope of it, ONPASSIVE will make not an impact on humanity that will be hundreds of years in the books of any historian. Okay. No, it will make an enormous, gigantic impact for disruptive reasons, for reshaping our life totally. I'm talking beyond ONPASSIVE, okay? ONPASSIVE is just a spark. Those who believed, oh boy, one of the attorneys yesterday said, not only because we became friends, okay, not only I'm happy that we're friends, I'm gonna brag, I know you. Remember, they know more than you know, because we have to have open book, John said, I'm gonna make sure, and I go tell my friends, you better be a friend with Ash now. Before you regret not being. So he said, I'm not only I'm honored to be a friend, but also I feel I haven't told enough friends to become advocates. And they don't know everything. They just know a little bit more than you know. Remember, I deal with different countries, so something there, something here, something there. That's why I look ugly, because I don't sleep. No, that was my nature. All right, anything else before I go? Because I have only a couple million things to do before I die.
Yes, Neeraj, anything else? Any panelists want to talk to Ash?
Yeah, I don't think I have any questions, but I think Somlata and Rajendra Bhatkar has raised hands. So I hope, I'm not sure whether we have time for questions. Somlata and Rajendra, if Ash,
Hey, Neeraj, this
I
is Marty.
would respect the roundtable on Monday. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Marty.
I'm sorry.
I just
Ash is very busy, Neeraj. I would
Yeah.
let him
Yes.
go, please.
Like I had to put matches here,
yeah,
sticks
yeah.
to open my eyes. Yeah.
Okay.
Neeraj,
Thank you.
I'm not asking any question, but just two lines I want
Two
to say.
questions. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Not
no,
one
no,
question,
no,
two
not
questions.
not two questions,
Are you
not two
Indian?
lines. Yeah, I'm
I'm
Indian.
used to
Hello,
that. Go
Ash.
ahead.
First of all, I would like to say Namaste from India,
Namaste.
and today I'm interacting with you for the second time. And first time when you selected me in the top 10 list, and I got the chance to visit Hyderabad office. That was the unforgettable opportunity I ever got, and the best birthday gift you have given me, the chance to go there. And today I want to say just one line that for you, just you are the best CEO in the world. I can say so.
The best what? I'm sorry.
You are the best CEO of the
Oh,
world.
CEO. I'm not a CEO. I'm just a friend. No. I hope you enjoyed the cake. I just want to check through you
Yeah,
that the
that
cake
was the
supplier, is it good?
yeah. That's definitely that was the
And
unforgettable
that was
moment.
Because I pay their bill. We just got like I don't know how many cakes here the other day. So
Okay, thank you so much.
no, well deserved, Somlata. You have earned it, and I think there will be many more to come. And keep up the good work. We do appreciate you and all the great founders in India, men and women. There will be plenty of visits to Hyderabad. In fact, we're making an open policy. Okay,
Thank you
to
so
allow
much.
people.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Okay. I have a cat. No, it's a child. Let me take care of them, okay? Let me...
Thank you, Ash, for your time. And before we proceed with Mike Ellis, just wanted to welcome Susie. I know I didn't get a chance to welcome you earlier, so sorry for that. So as was speaking, Corinne, welcome. Then Rajendra Bhatkar, welcome. And most important, Bill Must. Actually, he's the silent member in the panelists and inspiration to also welcome Bill Must. And Angie, welcome. So, Mike Ellis, the stage is all yours.
Yeah, no, thanks, Niraj. Listen, we've got some really good leaders that came on. Hi, Ash, how you doing? You're looking dapper as always. But we've got some great leaders that have come in, Julie and Corinne and Susie and Marty. Why don't we let them have a few words, Niraj?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marty or Julie, anybody can just go ahead and pick up the mic and speak.
Well, I'll always say something. Me and Julie. Julie, you want to go ahead? Oh,
no, go ahead, Susie, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Ash. I really enjoyed your talk about YouTube, and especially the points about people having to continue to create content. And I know a lot of people have, leadership stuff, self-help stuff, whatever, and they end up using YouTube almost as a teaser to add some value to people. And then what it does is then they invite them to a website where they can, have a subscription. So these people, you also use YouTube for that, but they're constantly working, like you said, and they're constantly having to create even more content because they'll do it on YouTube. They give away some really good free stuff, but then they want to get you in to like a VIP subscription where you have ultimate access to them, but then they're at a next level because they have to continue creating more and more content daily, you know, kind of opening up their whole life to their subscribers. So I was thinking about that when you were talking about YouTube, but how great ONPASSIVE is in comparison to that, because all the content is already created. So I just wanted to share that, that I think there'll be a lot of people really seeing the value in all of the content already being created with ONPASSIVE, that they don't have to be thinking up stuff every single day. So I just wanted to add that, and go ahead, Julie.
Thank you, Susie. Hello, Mr. Ash. It's good to see you, and thank you for being here with us. Thank you for all your mentoring here. It's really treasure every time that you come on to any webinar.
No, Julie, you are a treasure. Thank you.
You are our treasure. You are a gem, and all your mentoring here is so valuable. And I believe that every single one of us who are listening here on this webinar, we have almost 2,500 people. And then there's a lot of people listening on YouTube Live as well. If you are listening to us here ONPASSIVE, it's continuously giving the values to the world. And all you have to do is look into wherever the channel that you are listening to. And I'm encouraging everyone here as well. You are going out there and you are representing the brand of ONPASSIVE. And it's you. Remember, we are all founder of ONPASSIVE. What does that mean? We are helping found this company. So whatever the content, whatever the things that you are putting out there is truly important. December 2020, December 4th, 2020, I did not know how to use YouTube. Seriously, all I did was try to, you know, have an email of Gmail, never knew how to do it. And throughout the year doing the Julie and Milo show, I've learned so much. And now I am willing to help anyone that wants to set up a YouTube channel, which I did it last week. About 12 people showed up on the webinar. And, you know, we literally walked through, hold hand everyone to start going on and how to do it. And the important part is the value. I believe people are attracting to values that you are giving to them. So if you are doing YouTube channel, and I would like to congratulate and applaud all the Indian YouTubers, leaders, you are doing amazing job. Continue to do it. And it's most important, give the value. Before you put something out there, ask yourself, will this gonna help someone who listens, right? Will this going to change someone's life? And absolutely, ONPASSIVE has continuous provide content for us, right? All we gotta do, we don't have to really, you know, search for it anymore. It's at the fingertips, right? Not only ONPASSIVE.com, the blog, the, you know, LinkedIn, YouTube, everything out there, all you got to do is grab those information and share it to your own audience. And I think that is a very powerful tools that we have in our hand. And it's going to continuously going. All you got to do is looking at the right information. And remember, whatever you are thinking every day, it's what it's going to make who you are. So start inputting information, details that is valuable, right? And that's exactly what the message I would like to share here. It's great to see you, Mr. Ash, and thank you, Niraj, Gusmender, and all the leaders here in India for giving us international leaders a chance to speak today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Julie. And also, I actually forgot to welcome Pallavi. Pallavi was also there. So welcome, Pallavi.
Hello. Thank you.
Yeah. And anyone else would like to speak, or Like,
I would like to say something, Niraj. This is Corinne Isabel from Switzerland. And aloha to everybody. Aloha, Ash. Thank you for giving me the chance here. To me and us, I would like to remind it's not the difference, it's the uniqueness, is the intention and the higher purpose. Where have you seen and where have you felt in any business? Tell me where this intention of love, of the higher purpose of uplifting humanity, for us. This is unique, never seen before, you know. This is a living being to me. ONPASSIVE has a spirit, where a business and a company has a spirit, a living spirit, a real living spirit, which is breathing with us, which is living with us, which is sharing with us, which is caring for us. And that's why I understand. I don't want to be fooled. I'm not fan of, I don't want to take this in the name, because I feel the intention of this social media you said before. And that's not, which intention is that? There is no good intention. So if something is not in frequency with the genuine intention, don't touch it, you know, and feel it. You just have to open your heart and feel if it resonates with love. That's very easy. And I just want to remind, this is the highest reality to me, is love, and ONPASSIVE is full of love. It's made out of love. It's the mother of all businesses. We have celebrated the International Women's Days last, and we had this powerful, you know, the divine feminine, but we are including the divine masculine. We are including it. Everything is inclusive. Everything is complementing. We are uniting every potential. This is unique, not splitting, but unifying. United we are, and we can make the change, which we already do now, and we are. So many projects are running already now, and I'm so happy to be integrated in a few, yes, wonderful projects with a higher purpose, aligned with ONPASSIVE consciousness, aligned with ONPASSIVE's lifestyle, aligned with ONPASSIVE's intention. So that's, to me, the most important. It was just a remembrance, and thank you for being always
Corinne.
alive.
Yeah, wonderful to hear you, Susie, Julie. Great points. ONPASSIVE women, so lovely. I like the word spirit. We are AI with heart and a business with spirit. Thank you for that, Corinne. And I think you can collect royalty on that. So a couple of things, if I can add before we take off for today and meet another day. The completion and the integration that Corinne talked about, that is unmatched. Okay, not only you find other elements of the business within, such as the tools, all of that, but if you look at what's available, again, focus on the concept of influencers, publishers. It's the two sides of it. The recipient, the consumer of that content, and the publisher, the provider of that. Up until now, if the content is really not that valuable, you're just enriching somebody and making them, you know, more popular and at your cost, which is your time. Unless you get that one-time value of the benefit. But with the ONPASSIVE approach, or let's flip the coin. If you are, let's say, on YouTube, and you have 1 million followers, that's a lot of followers, right? What if you want to send them a message today? Do you have that tool? Do you know who they are? Anything about them other than number, statistics? Are they real? Versus on passive, every click, every motion, every impression is transparent, is real people. We don't have vague statistics or anonymous identity. Everybody there is a real human. So, and you have real tools to approach them. You have a video, you want to contact your video viewers or who shared it, you want to target a different country, you want to see more in depth, okay, their email addresses. It's a big difference. So that's why it kind of bugs me when you say like, no, we're unlike any of those. Okay, so the road we're on, and it's not a project, Kareem. Come on, it's not a project. We're many projects. So it makes it a journey or a lifetime mission, legacy. It's so many projects on passive, so many areas of our life. I just hope you see, I take pride of who we are, and we are not just another thing. We are ONPASSIVE. All right, it's just what it is. So that's one thing, and the tools to be able to follow that, they make the difference, because the key is in the follow-up. The key success is in the follow-up. And if you want to continue attracting or your followers and giving them, you know, content, you're going to have to continue creating that content constantly and be relevant. With us, you can have, you know, follow-ups, information, addition to that. It's evergreen. The word is evergreen. It doesn't die. You can make it constantly relevant. It's a big deal. I'm just in a position where I'm so proud of where we are. I wouldn't choose it differently. I don't wish it was any easier. Okay, it is making us stronger. I understand that we have to up our game. Okay, we just have to get stronger to beat those and overcome those challenges and those barriers on the road, and they will not stop. So choosing easy is not our thing. And those who chose to be no one, you could do that, okay? Or you could really pinpoint or identify your passion and work on it. It doesn't have to be what anyone else is doing. Something that you really like and love. Make sure it's good. Do not dare, okay, to think of something that is harmful or a hack or a loophole or a shortcut, or do it right. If you want to do something, do it right, do it clean, regardless of others' opinion. They tell you it's difficult. I tried to do it. It doesn't. You know how many people come and tell me, oh, I tried to do what you're doing a long time ago. And so it doesn't matter. If somebody tried or it didn't work for them, it doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. They gave up too soon. You got what it takes. You're more passionate. Okay. It doesn't dictate your outcome or success. Somebody's opinion has no, if it's an encouragement, if it's, somebody's endorsing your, value, it's great. But if you believe in what you're doing and it's something good, no one's opinion matter. especially if they try to put you down. Take it as an obligation that if you have something good to serve or help others on any topic, take it as an obligation. If this little loser gonna steal this success or value from me providing this, if I have an ambition to solve one of those global issues, I'm not talking about war, politics, or any of that. I'm talking about whether starvation, clean water, poverty, any humanitarian purpose, cause. Okay, if I have a good plan and I believe we have a good shot to conquer that, okay, am I really gonna be that weeny tiny spirit and let anybody beat me up and steal that potential for it? No, I'll die for it. I'll die trying. Okay, even if I get any resist. It's. Did you know? I don't know if you agree with me. It's much more honorable and a higher level of dignity to die at a good, clean purpose than playing it safe and die as a coward. It is not an intelligent market out there on the, global scope. It is really, and I'm not talking about on the internet domain, it's like in any sector, okay? People are infused with the wrong data. That's why we need your support and tenacity and persistent on reaching where we want to go together. Your personal interest is a done deal. It's just an automatic, thing that will be taken care of when you are living for a higher purpose. Okay, Corinne can talk about that for probably a few days. So you have to draw a bigger frame than what was framed for you or somebody's infusing. That's why the traditional educational system is outdated. It's technically uploading outdated data to our brains, and those softwares need to be upgraded. Okay, so I think there is a faster way, there's a more effective way to upload good knowledge to our brain, something that we use, not just like dump any garbage there. So don't be fooled with degrees and diplomas. No offense, I have them, but they are meaningless. Okay, I've seen dumb professors. Okay, very dumb, and I've seen people with very humble education and talk in terms of the traditional way, but they are brilliant. Okay, so that is not what we're after. We're after the real knowledge that is useful, and what you do with it, that's a key. You follow me? So we are really aiming big and high. Okay, so don't sleep, don't blink, don't breathe. Not literally, okay? Shower. A good side of that, speaking of showers, a good side of the YouTube, like we get the visual, the audio, all of that, but nobody has to smell another person. That's a good way. So we get two senses. We get the visual, and we get to listen, but we don't have to smell. That's a good thing. So some people you want to connect with them. You don't want to really connect with them. Just my little sweetener for you. Okay, I have to go, and good news. Thank you for inviting me here. I just had a new niece. My younger brother just got a baby. She is gorgeous. I have to tell you, she's edible. I just want to go and bite her. Okay, see you.
Thank you.